Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, certainly a complicated forecast, and one that you want to keep on top of later tonight with more updates, and certainly tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, as we have really a little bit of everything on the way. It'll actually start as a rainstorm, so yes, you will need the umbrella at times. As we check out the timetable and kind of the headlines here, we will stay dry tonight right on through at least tomorrow morning. The rain, and it will be a steady rain, begins tomorrow afternoon, and the transition to snow, or at least wet snow, doesn't really start until tomorrow night. First in our northern suburbs, and then lastly along the South Shore. That's why areas closer to the ocean won't see much in the way of snow. And it will be a heavy, wet, and sticky snow. So those inland areas, those northern suburbs where the higher amounts are expected, it'll be clinging to tree limbs and power lines. And with some gusty wind, there could be some isolated power outages. So again, that's the far northern part of the state that we'll be watching closely. This whole thing is out of here by Sunday morning. Winter storm warning is actually well to the north and west of Providence, northeast Connecticut, out towards Worcester. It's a winter storm watch for the areas in light blue. And by definition, a watch means that there's the potential for 6 or more inches of snow. And then notice there are no watches or warnings for any excessive snow elsewhere, but there will be some, at least minor accumulations. And it's one of those situations where the most snow is north and west of Providence. The further south and east of Providence you go, very little in the way of snow, mostly a rain situation. And here's the accumulation forecast. We'll show you 2 maps. And essentially, northwest part of the state on the order of 6 to 8 inches of snow. This narrow strip of green, there will be kind of a sharp gradient between a lot of snow and very little, and that's why the forecast is so tough. But 2 to 5 inches includes the Providence metro area, out towards Warwick and the Attleboro's, and then south and east of that, very little. In fact, probably nothing in the way of snow out towards, say, New Bedford, Cape Cod, and the islands. Here's a closer look. And if we do get any say 7-8 inch amounts, it's really going to be reserved for these high terrain and of extreme northwest Rhode Island. But here's that 2 to 5 strip, including Providence and Warwick and down through Cranston and part of northern Washington County. You get into northwest Kent County, and this is we say western Coventry, north and west of Route 295, where these higher totals will be reserved for, and then only a couple of inches as you get towards southeastern Massachusetts. Obviously, this is very track dependent, so check back with us tonight and tomorrow to see if the color bands have to be shifted north or south. So a tough call, but no doubt a stormy day regardless of rain or snow coming up for tomorrow. A lot of wind as well. Temperatures are cool right now, only in the upper 30s to low 40s. Clouds are starting to increase, but a dry night. In fact, high pressure's in control, keeping us nice and quiet. In fact, the closest or the leading edge of the precipitation or that developing storm on the bottom of your TV set, and it's a slow mover initially, and that's why it'll take until really tomorrow afternoon for this moisture to approach. So for this evening, those big high school football games tonight, bundle up. It will be dry with increasing clouds, and even tomorrow morning it stays on the dry side. Cloudy skies and chilly. 11 o'clock in the morning, 42. And again, it's a rainstorm tomorrow afternoon. There's no snow, just plain old cold rain and wind. But look at the temperatures dropping off to the upper 30s by evening, and that's when we'll start to see the transition over to wet snow by later tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. Again, first in the northwest corner of the state. It may take very late at night towards the South Shore for the changeover to occur. And still going with that half and half weekend, Sunday would be the better day. Dry, partly sunny, 45. And still looks good for Halloween Monday, both during the day and at night. With some sunshine and a temperature at 51. So it's one of those typical New England storms where who else gets the most snow? Pasco, Foster, Gloucester, further south and east you go, especially near the coastline, not much.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Tony.